What's up, everybody? This is Devon, Dreamy Kong McVitie, coming at you live here again with Shoot and Blabber. Now, this week I've got the most outlandish, most sexy lizard of them all, Mr. Zicky Dice himself. We're going to go over little things about his life, such as his music career, a little bit more about the wrestling and where he's heading shortly, and even going to tell you about his new super amazing event he's got coming up. So please stick around, listen up, and there might be a few surprises in there for you as well.
You're listening to the Shoots and Blabber podcast, where we shoot the shit and blabber on. With your host, Devon Dreamy Kong McVitie.
What's going on, bud?
What's up, man? I was enjoying that intro where we shoot the shit and blabber on. That's awesome. That's outlandish.
Dude, you know what? I have a buddy of mine up in Calgary. Seriously, I thought the dude's voice was fake when I first met him.
Oh, you know the guy?
Yeah, that's actually his real voice.
That's incredible. He should be making a lot of money off that voice. You never know. I was like, oh, did he find this on Fiverr? You know, Fiverr's a good website.
Oh, you know what? I looked at it for a while and I was like, well, where can I get the right stuff? But I'm like, and then once I heard Fody's voice, I'm like, I gotta jump on that, dude. I was like, here, I'll give you like $5 or something, dude. Just get me on that intro. So
what a deal, dude. $5 is a good deal. I'm happy to be here on Shoots and Blabber. Thank you for having me, Dreamy.
Well, you know, the biggest thing is I have to say is I hope I don't give you the wrong hand at this little poker table setup you got going on here.
Don't worry, I've been dealt the shittiest of hands, and I still make them work.
Hey, that's the best part.
You're in good hands. And it's just gonna be we're gonna shoot and blabber, man. That's exactly what we're gonna do. We're gonna do it right here, and those listening are in for a very special treat because I've got a lot to say here today.
Awesome. Well, so let's kind of get a little background on. So who is Zicky Dice?
Oh man, everything you heard about me is true. Zicky Dice, the man, the myth, the legend, the rambling, gambling. Zicky Dice. Who is he? I don't know. That's a good question. He's a magician. He's a content creator. He's a professional wrestler. He's a musician. He's a brother, husband, lover, father, son. No, I'm not a father. I have a dog. But I'll tell you this, he's unlike everybody else. Everything that you see and known about entertainment and professional wrestling, throw it out the window because Outlandish Zicky Dice is here to change everything. And the world is starting to finally figure this out. Some of them have been a little delayed, but now we're moving on to the bigger stage. Recently signed to Impact Wrestling, where you can catch me on TV there on AXS or at their YouTube for 99 cents a month. The world is soon to find out.
Now you're not just a wrestler for Impact, but you're also a producer for wrestling.
Forgot about that. Yeah. So see, thank you, Dreamy, for doing your homework. I am also a producer for Championship Wrestling from Atlanta, working with Dave Marquez on that, and we put together 12 weeks of television so far, and I fell into that job, and I got to say, I love it. It keeps my busy creative mind busy and creative, as corny as that sounds. But no, you can't get booked. If you're listening, please don't email me. You will not get booked.
I've been trying for weeks, people. It's not going to happen.
Oh, dude, they all have, especially with me. And you talked briefly about it in your beautiful introduction, but announcing ticket sales for Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise. I'm partnering up with Twitch. Let me. I don't think people understand how big this is. Let me say that again. Outlandish Zicky Dice is partnering up with Twitch. Okay, this isn't just like, hey, I'm gonna go live on my Twitch channel. No, I have Twitch supporting this live event. Twitch is bringing you live professional wrestling with Outlandish Zicky Dice in Canton, Georgia, on the 15th of January, 2022, and tickets are on sale right now. You can head to zickydice.com. Shout out to Tixer, TIXR.com, for helping us out and hosting those tickets. And we just announced we made the first talent announcement this morning. And ticket sales are going through the roof. Taya Valkyrie, her first match back since being released at the WWE, is going to be at Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise. And guess what?
What?
Devon? Yeah, thank you. If you can't make it for some reason, I'm giving it to you for free at twitch.tv/Zicky Dice. Did you hear what I just said?
Free?
For free.
Free.
For free.
I feel like
For
it
free.
needs, you need, I'm going to have to get my boy Fody in this because, well, we need that, that old school monster truck sound going through where it's like Sunday, 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 right here on
agree.
Zicky Dice's
Yeah,
Outlandish Paradise.
Call the $5 brother from Northern Canada or whatever. Call him. Let's get him doing it.
I'm going to get him into it because this is the thing, people. You're talking about a man who has many talents here. I personally have watched this champion, mind you,
former NWA World's Television Champion.
You don't ever not become a champion. Once you win a belt, that belt stays here and it stays with you at all times.
I agree.
I say the same
thing. I'm glad that we had to clear that for everybody. Now they all know the truth.
That's the thing. Now I don't know if you knew this, but I'm good friends with Jay Lethal myself. And I tell Jay, I say Jay the same thing. I said, dude, you're always a champion no matter where you go. Those belts hang high and you've won those belts. So you are a champion to me.
That's right. You're a champion to me, Dreamy. You're a champion to me. Don't you forget that.
I got to kind of hide this, though, because this is not champion. Being from Detroit, we suffer with the Lions here. So I can't help it. I can't help it. But so, one big question I've always wondered is, I have seen the different videos you've put out. I've seen the outlandish content. I've seen the backgrounds and stuff like that. Where did the name Zicky Dice actually come from?
Oh, wow. Well, my birth name is Nick Zappo. I don't know who that is anymore, but a bunch of my stoner buddies in the summer of 2007, when we were on the road, they just mixed up the letters of my name and they started calling me Zick. And I used to always shoot dice. I had dice in my pocket and we were gambling on tour. So I became Zicky Dice. And that evolved. First, like everyone's calling me Zick, and then people just, hey, Zicky, and then it just stuck. And I said, hey, if I was ever to be a professional wrestler, this would be my name. And I actually had the name before going in. And one of my trainers at the Black and Brave, whose name is Crotch with the K, came up to me and said, I don't like the name Zicky Dice. And I said, with all due respect, your name is Crotch. And he looks at me and goes, touche. You can have the name. You can have the name. I was going to have the name regardless, but thanks, Crotch.
Well, so I mean, because that was the thing. Like you were on tour through Warped Tour and stuff with your band Heart to Heart, which if you look them up on Apple Music, we need to get in touch with Tim Cook or something because you go from your
there's a lot, dude. There's
alternative
there's
rock.
If you type in Heart to Heart online, like it is so hard to find. You got to type in our like records or song names. Like type in Heart to Heart Bad Habits or Heart to Heart Band Live or Heart to Heart Warped Tour or Heart to Heart Dulce. Those are some keywords that would help find. I understand though. I had to send direct links all the time to a lot of people to help out.
Oh, I mean, it's great because I tweeted out one time, what is the best version or what's the best song to pull weeds to from Heart to Heart, and all of a sudden out of nowhere like this like old Christian rock song is on there. I'm like, that's not, I don't think that's Heart to Heart, but
no.
But Duluth was a great song was a great album for me. I loved it. It was, you brought back emo bingo nights. And
yeah, I was doing that on Twitch for a minute. I was thinking about that. I should bring back some more emo nights, dude. I love my emo music, man.
And that's the thing, like to me, I do too. And it kind of gave me like that feeling a little bit of that alternative rock with Heart to Heart. And I was like, dude, I love it. And my wife was surprised because she knows your antics and the way and the things that I have shown her off of Twitch. And then when I started listening to your music in the car, she's like, this is the same guy? I go, yep. It's totally like
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
crazy, and it's so.
I miss those days, man. I used to go nuts live on stage. That was like my favorite part, like absolutely insane. I've eaten lit cigarettes on stage, climbed upside down on things, rode a mechanical bull while the band was playing. I've done a lot of wild things, man. Spitfire. One of my favorites when we were on tour with Story So Far, we were still like unknown, I guess you could say. And we opened up the tour, and I started the set every single night from the middle of the crowd. Like I would hide my tour pass, and when doors open, I'd walk in with everyone else, and I'd stand in the middle. And then our merch guy, our tour manager, Trey the Ruler, shout out to Trey. He would check the mic for me and got the monitor set up the way I like it. I taught him how I liked it. And when the band would start, my man would throw me the mic in the middle of the crowd. I'd catch it. It was showtime. Started right there. Dude, it got the room rocking every single night. Like it was the trick, dude. It was the way to go. Like what a way to break the ice, right? Imagine you saw, and it was funny because I heard a lot of people talk shit about the band who didn't know that I was in the band because I was like standing in the crowd, you know what I mean? So they're like, who's this band, or like this, or you know, and there was this one dude, he was like holding his girlfriend from the way, like behind, right? You know, those guys like they walk like that, they don't let their, it's almost like a hemorrhoid, you know, those couples.
Yeah, the turtle shell in it.
Yeah, totally. So he's doing that. And I'm like, hey, dude, excuse me. He's like, no, I waited in line like everyone else. I was like, dude, can you let me get? I was like a little too far from where Trey could throw me the mic, and I was trying to get my way to the front so I could perform in my own band on the own show. And I like showed the dude the tour pass in my pocket, like I flashed it, right? I was like, and he's like, that's not real. This kid is holding his girlfriend, and he wouldn't let me go. And I said, I bet you $10 that I am in the opening band. He's like, then why are you not on stage? He's like arguing with me, right? And I'm like, watch. So the band starts, homie throws me the mic, and I catch it, and I wink at the kid. And he's like, oh, dude, oh, you know, like, it's like, dude, you motherfucker, I told you. I tried to tell you this. So there was really cool moments, and what I could do to go back to those days.
Now, do you think maybe Heart to Heart might make an appearance at the Outlandish Paradise?
Definitely not. No. I'm sick and tired of babysitting those guys. I love them all to death as individuals, and if you're listening, mwah, but I'm so much better off without you guys. I knew it. I knew it. As soon as I cut the dead weight from my life, I would skyrocket. And that's what happened. I love those guys to death, and I love making music. I manage a few bands through a company called Pinup Artist Management Group. So I still stay involved with the music scene. I've talked to my buddy Steve, who likes to kayfabe me and not answer my calls anymore. But about releasing some Zicky Dice music, and a lot of people aren't going to expect it. But trying to do something cool and more on the serious side there as a solo project. So there's some music plans in the works. Heart to Heart released a record in 2020 during COVID. We were supposed to play a show, but everything shut down. And it's really hard for us to get back together now because we're all old men and we all live in different spots of the country and have lives. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah.
Families and whatnot.
But it was fun, you know, and as far as that, like I've talked about starting other bands here in Atlanta. I would love to do stuff like that, but it's all got to make sense. And I've got so much on my plate as it is. But hey, YOLO, right?
Hey, I understand. I mean, just so everybody knows, to sit down with Zicky Dice, I think I've been trying to talk with him for about 3-4 months now, and I was actually on a whole nother podcast trying to reach out to him. Like, that's how busy this dude is. But it's because William M is.
Did you hear that? Did you hear that alert?
No, not
all right.
all.
I got the OBS open, so these will pop up from time to time. I didn't mean to cut you off there, but
no,
yes,
it's okay.
I am very busy, and like I have people that have been trying to get interviews with me for the longest time, and I feel bad. And Effie's like, brother, you got to hit those interviews, and I'm like, I'm trying. You know, it's just I'm so slammed. Like, for instance, you can be honest. How late was I today? I was 47 minutes late to our meeting.
Yeah, I was like, oh, okay, he's super busy today, and I was like, man, 6 o'clock rolled around. I was like, nope. I guess no meeting with Zicky today. So,
dude, like I have to remind myself to get out of the chair. You know, like I haven't even streamed yet. I'm planning on streaming after this at twitch.tv/Zicky Dice, of course. And you know, getting my ass to the gym or going upstairs and helping the wife out with whatever she needs. Those are things I need to remind myself to do, because ever since launching and announcing Zicky Dice Outlandish Paradise, that's been the main focus right now. And like, I'm leaving for Impact tapings on Friday in Las Vegas, and Impact's getting busier. And on top of that, the select indie bookings that I still take. So yeah, I mean, we're trying here.
So one of the craziest things I've seen you do, actually in the ring, mind you, people, is pull string like a ribbon out of your mouth while wrestling. So
This is
what
true.
where did this magic aspect come into Zicky Dice with wrestling?
Well, I wish I did more. I wish I was a better magician, I'll be honest, but I've always been a huge fan of magic. And it's not that like I love doing it. I used to do it a lot more, but I didn't want to like stay in that line where it's just like, oh, goo goo gaga, you know, like this, that's all he wants to do. But uh oh, are we live right now?
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh shit. Yeah. This happens
Oh
on my
God.
this comes across my my Twitch stream for everybody
Oh
and my Facebook. So I thought you understood that when I said, "Are you cool going live?" You're
no,
like, "Yeah, sure, no
oh,
problem."
I just thought I'm pre-recorded. Whoa, okay, all right. Definitely got to watch what I say.
No. This
Okay.
is
No, we're
this
good.
is an outlandish paradise in my own sense. You know, this is an island that I like to allow the users to come out, be themselves. This is why it's shoots and blabber. The
Well,
whole
what's up, everybody? What's up? They better be sharing this shit and tagging their friends to come in here and hang out. We're getting silly on seltzers, man. Non-alcoholic.
Always non-alcoholic with the seltzers, which I have to say, you know, thank you again for teaching or treating me with Spindrift.
Dude, Spindrift rules. I got those upstairs. Costco, you get the big pack there. Spindrift rules. 10 calories, man. A little hints of some real juice, fruit juice in there.
It's the only one
Bomb.
I could say that like I actually enjoy because it doesn't
Yeah.
taste like you're drinking carbonated water.
Lord Cruz says it tastes like your leg falling asleep, sparkling water. That's what he says. And I think that's pretty close. I enjoy it. Not my leg falling asleep, but the sparkling waters. Yes.
Best flavor from Spindrift, I have to say, is the Arnold Palmer for sure.
Oh, I don't think I've had that one.
Oh, you're missing out. It's quite delicious.
Yeah, I guess so.
So you know, actually, I was always wondered, like, would you ever take a page out of another wrestler's book, such as Brandon Cutler does this sometimes, and use dice as a gimmick in the ring?
I mean, my name is Zicky Dice. It makes sense. Why would I not? And everyone, Jesus, Ray Outlandish.
I love Ray.
Yeah, jeez. No, I definitely could. I should. I would. And as far as pages, it's about to be 2022. All
Yeah.
these pages they've been used before. What's old is new again.
Right, for sure. You know, the biggest thing is I witnessed the Cutler use because he's a big Dungeons and Dragons fan. So he throws out his dice and basically drops somebody on him like a set of tacks. And I was, you know, and
That color is a madman. I'll tell you that.
oh, you know, I've witnessed some of the mad things that you have done. And
I've done a lot of mad things. Yes. What?
I have to ask,
which
what's the
ones?
worst? What's the worst pain? Like, what was the worst thing from like a table to light tubes to, you know, maybe tacks?
This match they tried to bring out the carpet strips. You know what those are? The strips with like the nails hanging on them, and I did not. I avoided those by all means. I think that was worse. Like barbed wire sucks. Like actually getting your head cut open with that shit sucks. You can like hear and feel your skin rip. Like, oh. Marcus Crane told me, he said, Zicky Dice, you don't hate yourself enough to be a deathmatch wrestler. I've done like one, I'd say like one real deathmatch. And like no piece, yeah, I guess it's like the no ring, but like I still consider my match with Marcus like I guess deathmatch. I guess no, I've done a few. I guess you could say. But I hate them. They hurt, man. Terribly. And the blood everywhere, and it's Marcus Crane said, Zicky, you don't hate yourself enough to be a deathmatch wrestler. I said, yeah, Marcus, I think you're right.
I mean, when people get busted open, as a fan of wrestling in general, just when I watch people get busted open, at first I'm like, oh snap! Like, the other day I watched the JBL getting hit with a chair and get busted open, and I was just like, oh, and he's just dazed and confused. I'm like, dude. And then
Yeah,
all of a
man.
sudden, like when I see like other matches where these dudes are getting hit with light tubes and chairs and tables and death matches in general, it's just like it's so brutal. And I give you guys all the props in the world because you guys are taking a beating as it is in the ring.
No kidding. No kidding.
So, um, you know, uh, I asked Jay this question one time, and I'm very interested to find out what the outlandish one wrestler his dream match would be against.
Oh, that'd be Seth Rollins. He trained me, so I gotta. It's only the full circle if I go back and whoop his little ass.
What was it? Jason, Seth,
Seth Brown, Tyler Blue.
the amount of jokes that you made about him in your outlandish Zicky Dice's real Hollywood story was just
The amount of jokes I haven't made about him are even funnier. There's a lot that I could.
I'm waiting
I
for
won't,
it.
Seth. I won't. I'll save it for the roast. Like one of these days when he retires or his birthday or something, I'll throw the roast of Seth Rollins. I'll host it. It'll be great. Comedy Central, probably. VH1, maybe. You know.
So that's your next move then, essentially, is
Yeah,
to get
sure.
you on a
Behind
Comedy
the
Central
scenes.
or
Of course. Yeah, we get behind the scenes. There's more money behind the scenes. Everybody knows that.
well, the last, being that you've done a lot of things in your life, I think the most touching thing that I have seen you do is you had a LinkedIn commercial, actually.
Indeed, the Indeed one.
Or Indeed, I'm sorry. The Indeed
Yes.
commercial. And, when up to the point I saw this, I only seen your outlandish stuff, like you dressing up and having your friends come on and your talk show and things like that. Like, and then I find this heartwarming thing that you did, and I'd like to kind of have you explain to the audience what it was that you actually did for this young gentleman.
Oh, well, I worked with the adults with developmental disabilities for like 13 years. And this last job that I had that was on the India commercial, worked in a high school. Me and my brother were 2-on-1 for one student, and he flipped his life around, man. And that was my job, was to take care of him every single day. And it was a very tough job, and I wouldn't change it for the world. And if I wasn't doing all this, the Twitch and the wrestling and producing, like that's what I would be doing. I'd be working in that field or have my own special ed classroom. I don't do that work anymore because this is my full-time job now, and I do miss it. I definitely miss it.
Now, one of the coolest things I saw was that you were actually able to bring this guy, like he can actually go out into a crowd of people and not be as freaked out, and
Yeah,
he was a little more comfortable doing things on his own.
Oh, he used to jack people up, dude. It was for everyone else to say, he used to jack us up. He'd beat me and my brother's ass. For real. Like some days sucked and it hurt really bad. Being headbutted in the nose, my glasses were all crooked, my nose smashed in. Sucked. But we came back every single day and we worked with them. And that's it's my brother now. Calls it 3 brothers.
Now, have you ever brought him to watch you actually be able to wrestle and things like that?
We tried once. It was the ring and everything was too loud. The music, everything was too loud.
Okay. So, Zicky Dice, the wrestler, and this is going to be around. I just kind of have a. How do I put this? The best way I like to know is just what people usually get out of it. And does Zicky Dice prefer to be a heel or a face to the company?
I'm just me, man, and that's people love to hate me and hate to love me. So my preference is I'm good at what I do, and I'm good with either or. But if you let me be myself, that's where you're gonna get the best of, and then you let the people make their own decision. And it's really for the people. It's not for me.
I mean, I can't
leave that up
to. Anyway.
Yeah, we gotta. I mean, we still have yet to spread my wings, so I guess we'll figure out in due time.
That's I'm gonna have to send them letters in to Impact and all them. But I might even have to reach out to my buddy Sonny Ono and be like,
Oh,
yo,
nice.
you need to get this guy over there and
Let's
get
do
some
it.
New Japan wrestlers
Let's
into
go.
Outlandish and show them up. So, uh,
Konishiwa, man.
dude, it's weird. The people that I have met podcasting and getting to know, such as yourself. I got the chance to meet Sonny and Rob Hochman. Or Hochman. Rob worked with Crime Time back in the day for
Sick.
WWE. And then from the music aspect too, I met a guy named Scott Page from Pink Floyd and
Dope.
Toto. He was incredible to talk to, but to be honest, to this day, I have not had somebody who has done quite as crazy the stuff that I've witnessed from the Outlandish Zicky Dice show and the 24-hour streams that you have put on and calling
Been wild, man. Yep.
calling
Yep.
Lexi for some burritos.
Yep.
Hello, Lexi.
Yeah, we've had
uh,
some good times on there, man. And that's what I love about Twitch. You never know what's gonna happen, man. Being live, like you never know what's gonna happen right now.
so that's my next. That's where I want to move this conversation into. Is like, what made you start working with Twitch and getting
Uh,
into Twitch?
Twitch actually came to me and they said, "Hey, you should bring Zicky Dice to the platform." And I said, "I don't play video games." And they're like, "Well, how creative can you get?" And that's I just accepted the challenge, and I'm very thankful for the same things, my opportunities with Twitch and the doors it's opened for me. In like a year and a half, like now I'm throwing a live wrestling event with Twitch. Like look, they sent me this beanie. I got this Twitch beanie to wear, like this Twitch tumbler. Look, like nice, thanks Twitch. Like they take care of me, and I've built a pretty awesome community on the platform, and I look forward to seeing my chat and hanging out with them. So
Well, with this platform, I know that you've had different crazy backgrounds and alterations and stuff like that, and there's been things such as a painted green treadmill, even that's been in the works and stuff like that. So, how do you actually come up with all these different ideas and backgrounds and stuff?
oh man, this is just like a snippet of my brain. Like it's still the stream looks still like I'm not doing what I want on the platform just yet, and I'm still working on a rebuild and what that looks like. But just spit out ideas and you just roll with them, man. You just try this, try that, see what works, see what doesn't work, and you go from there.
You have the Madman Scooch actually work with you, right? And
Yeah, my buddy Scooch.
um, now, when you told him about all this, were you just kind of like, "Hey, I got this crazy idea. I need you to design this for me and go with it."
Yeah, we spitball back and forth. Once we get rolling, it's been a while since we've had like some nice creative meetings. We're only he's only one dude and I'm only one dude, so it'd be nice to have like a full team eventually. But we're doing what we can to do it DIY.
Well, we're working on it, right? I mean, that's
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 right.
that's the biggest thing. So, um, well, okay. So, Zicky Dice is Outlandish Paradise. What can you tell me about it that haven't already been said? I know that there's been a few
All I can tell
things.
you is tickets are on sale at Tixer. We can get that link up in here. The show will sell out. I mean, we're capped at 1,000. It's going to sell out with the talent that I have yet to announce. I'm telling you, this is going to be the biggest show of the year, and it's starting off January, nice and hot. But it will be on twitch.tv/Zicky Dice. So please feel free to give me a follow. And yes, I'm telling you, the card is stacked. I'm looking at it right now, and you guys, you're not gonna believe it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been looking at some of the different things. I've been helping out Zicky with finishing up some of the stuff for his website and get things rolling for him.
Yes,
And
thank you for
the
doing that
amount
as well.
the amount of people and the things that he has planned. Listen, if this thing isn't sold out, it needs to be, because this is a type of product that needs to be like a traveling fun carnival type thing that just like is bigger than you've ever seen before. it needs to be a festival that's not the Fire Festival, if that makes sense.
I agree.
So, people go out, buy the tickets. I will put that link up in the podcast summary for you to jump on, as well as all of Zicky Dice's social media platforms, which you could also find the things on. Now, is there anything you want to promote at the end of this podcast?
Other than following Outlandish Zicky Dice at Zicky Dice on every piece of social media out there, follow the Twitch, Zicky Dice's Outlandish Paradise 11522, twitch.tv/Zicky Dice. I'm telling you, this show is going to be huge. So tell your friends, tell your mothers, tell your wives, and just be there, man. Be there. Oh, and I'm about to be going live on Twitch like here in a few minutes, and then we'll be rocking and rolling over there.
Awesome. Well, I want to say thank you so much for coming on.
No, thank you for having me, man. Shoots and Blabber is the shit.
I'm going to quote that and put that in so I can just promote the hell out of that.
Good.
But as always, you guys, check us out on all platforms. We are anywhere from iTunes to Spotify, Pandora. We're all over the world. I want to give a shout out to my people over in Germany. We are witnessing all the different all the different listens all over the world. We are touching you in Germany, in Pakistan, India, Canada, Mexico, all over the place. And guess what? Zicky Dice's tickets are available to everyone. So come on out. Come check us out. I will be personally getting my tickets shortly to come out because, hey, why not? Who doesn't want to go down to Atlanta and check out the most outlandish person ever?
That's right.
If you do love the show, share it with your friends. Drop us a rating. And other than that, we'll check you next time. Thanks again, Zicky Dice, and we'll see you.
Thank you, Devon.
See you guys later.